Welcome back and all of that. So I wanted to do a quick video before I go back out today. I do have to have a shower and make sure I'm presentable when I go out. I figured I'd throw on a jersey. I thought, well, I could do a video shirtless, but probably not for the internet to view. But at any rate, yeah, it's been a good week off. It's been enjoyable for us. It was a relatively quiet week in terms of player movement in the National Hockey League, which is what I expected. And then tomorrow, when we get home, I'll be able to do my standard video kind of stuff. I'll get into the season previews. At the very least, I'll come up with a template. I've got an idea that's going to be a little different than the season previews I've done in previous years because it feels like everybody does season previews and they feel very, very similar to one another. So I want to kind of change it a little bit and not just regurgitate what everybody else is saying. So I'm going to do it a little bit different. Hopefully, when I get home too, the annuals will be out. I'm very hopeful on that. We've definitely done a lot of purchasing while we've been down here. We also found out that Alaska no longer has one free checked bag, which they did before, unless you're a gold member, but we're Canadians, so you don't qualify for the credit card, so not happening. But yeah, it's been fun. Contrary to a couple comments I saw on this video, the pictures on the channel, my wife's having a very good time. I'm having a good time. I'm very tired. I am extremely tired. I'm very when I'm at home, my schedule is very set. So I get up at the same time, I do videos at the same time. Everything's been set. So for the last 9 days, it's kind of been a so what now kind of thing, and kind of figuring out a schedule. And I probably pushed myself a bit too hard the first few days here, and that would be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. The rest day was nice on Wednesday, where of course we got to meet fans here in Anaheim. I have not been wearing the jerseys. I brought three. Probably shouldn't have brought more than one. I should have just brought the Ryan Miller, because really, in all honesty, it's too hot out. It's hot. It's muggy. It going out at like 6 in the morning, because we do the early entry, and being outside at 6:30 in the morning, and you're already sticky and sweaty. That's fun. And that's after we had that in Las Vegas as well. The difference is, in Las Vegas, it's actually hot at 6 in the morning. Here it's not. It's muggy and my clothes are sticking to me, or it's like, oh. So at home it does tend to get cooler at night than it does here, though the daily highs here have been roughly the same as at home. Today, though, apparently it's a little cooler at home. I've seen some comments about the incoming hurricane. It will miss us. We are flying out of here very early tomorrow morning. So again, tonight I will not be getting sleep. We'll be flying out early tomorrow, so we missed the storm in its entirety. It's supposed to come in on Sunday, so Sunday and Monday are going to be bad. The One of the security guys said this morning, to any families that are here for the weekend, Sunday and Monday, odds are there's not going to be much in the way of rides. That a lot of the rides that they can't run when it's really windy will not be running. So I'm thinking probably the Incredicoaster, Lightning McQueen, and California Adventure would probably be down as well. And then over in Star Wars Land, I don't know if that affects Rise of the Resistance, but it probably does, because everything seems to knock Rise of the Resistance off. That one is down all the time. We actually lucked out yesterday getting on it when we did, because it had just come back online. It had been down all day, and then all of a sudden it showed up and said 70 minutes, and I was like, let's go over and look. And so we went over and looked, and sure enough, it was working. But it's been a good week. There have been times where I've thought about coming back to the room and doing a news video. However, there hasn't been anything extensive. It's been a matter of stuff that I can cover when we get home tomorrow. I feel like it's better for me to cover it on the regular set and have that same professional look, rather than what I get with my phone here. I am glad I didn't bring my laptop. I'm glad I didn't bring all of that, and that I packed relatively light. I'm looking forward to on the Entertainment Guy channel, kind of showing off what we got. That should be kind of fun to do in a video and talk about our experience. I'll also be talking about the different rides that I went on, the ones that I didn't, and why, and all that fun stuff. Spoiler alert: motion sickness is one thing that I do get. and so I have to be wary of that. It's not a manly thing. It's just a matter of if I go on a ride and then when it's done, I'm puking all over the place. Oh, I don't look very manly at that rate, anyways. But yeah, it's been fun. There are people in California today where it is hot out there. So from Fahrenheit perspective, it's already over 80. Celsius, you're looking at 25 plus. There are guys out there in sweatshirts and jeans. Before anybody says, well, you're wearing a jersey. Not outside, I'm not. I go out there and I'm like, no, I'm not. There's something in, anyways. I understand that, it might just be, well, they're born and raised in California, is what they're used to. I get it. It's still weird. It's still weird. It's the same look that Yvonne and I get if it's December in Las Vegas and it's 12, 13 degrees Celsius, which is, in the 50s Fahrenheit. And we're out there like, we don't need jackets. This is beautiful. So I kind of get it. But it's still one of those things that do a double take. Like, really, a sweatshirt in this? The Halloween sweatshirt? All the Halloween stuff is up. It is bizarre. It feels like it's early for all the Halloween stuff. And there's Christmas stuff up as well. So we've definitely accumulated a little bit of the Halloween stuff while we've been down here. Yvonne dresses like it's Halloween all the time. So it's been an enjoyable holiday. I've been glad to have the time off. I've been glad to have that break. I think that's important. Keeps me refreshed because the regular season will be on me before we know it, and it is nice to have that bit of a. It's not a rest like when Yvonne and I do vacation. We don't rest. We rest when we get home. We feel like we really need to get our money's worth. So the idea of just sitting around, well, we could sit around at home. I could pre-record videos and just sit around at home, set up a pool in the backyard, that kind of thing. So I'm not. It's not what I do when I'm on vacation. Vacation is we need to get as much in as possible. So that's the plan. And then tomorrow we are home. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to getting into the season previews, which again I'm going to do differently this year from the usual stuff that I do for season previews. And yeah, it's too bad we couldn't have played a game of street hockey down here, but with the temperatures as they are, there's just no way. On our down day, it was actually the hottest day down here. So even if the Ducks have been able to figure out a way to get us the outdoor street hockey rink, it just wouldn't have worked. There's no chance. Zero. None. There's no way that there wouldn't have been heat stroke, that people wouldn't have been dropping like flies, and I probably would have dropped first. That's probably how that would have worked. But it's been great, and so I'm very grateful. We have had subscribers, come over and talk to us. I had one this morning, actually, a guy who works at Disney come over and talk to me. Noticed that I was sluggish and didn't have any energy, which is true. And so yeah, Yvonne's just gone, and I'm like, I don't think I can catch her, and I don't think she's coming back. So she's out there now. She's doing Jungle Cruise, and I think she did Pirates and all that fun stuff. I've done Jungle Cruise twice, Pirates once, and all that. So I've done the rides. It's just what I'm asked today. It's more of a I think I need a bit of a break. So here I am talking to all you fine people on the internet. But it has been a great week and looking forward to being home. And I did see the news last night about Rick Jenneret. I will talk about that when we get home. But the one thing that I always tell people is to remember that, life is finite. And when these things take place, I find it is more important I look out the window and say, okay, this is a day that someone has passed, they're not experiencing. I have a gift right now for me that person doesn't have. And so I've had that experience a lot. And as you get older, it is more and more common of an occurrence that somebody you've known, somebody that you admired, is no longer here. So it does give you this feel of, I need to appreciate this. I need to go out and live this day because that person can't. So that's why it's important to Yvonne and I that we take these holidays, these vacations, because no one knows how much time they have. No one knows what tomorrow brings. So if we can have a vacation, if we can connect, if we can have that time, we will. And we had wanted to do the Disneyland trip 3 years ago. We had it all planned, and then we had to cancel all those plans in March of 2020. Everybody knows what happened in March of 2020. So it's been nice to have this holiday, have it out of the way, and Yeah, the Grand Californian's been great. The staff here has been excellent. I have no complaints, no complaints about Disneyland in general. It really the staff. There have been times where we've kind of been ushered into an area where it feels like okay, you're ushering people into an area to stand still for the next 20 minutes in blaring sunlight. But again, it's California, and there's places around here where there just isn't any shade. So I get it. But I can grumble like an old man about it while I'm there, which, yeah, I have no problem doing that. So thank you guys so much for your continued support. The list videos were important for me to have on the channel because it was important to me to have videos that I felt would do well while I was on holiday, would give people things to talk about, and it did, and I understand the discussion. There are a couple of video topics that I've got in mind based on the reactions to those videos. And so, yeah, it's definitely given me a couple of ideas. But again, the good news is a few weeks from now, we'll be into training camp and all the off-season video stuff kind of gets shoved to the side because then we're talking about the 2023-2024 season being upon us, and I'm looking forward to that. At this point, the only four games that I am intending to see that are National Hockey League games are the Vancouver Canucks games I have tickets for. Season tickets for the AHL as well for the Abbotsford Canucks. I want to use those tickets this year, so I'll be going through and finding games I can go to. And I do want to take more nights where I can go out and watch live hockey games, and then I can do recaps on the channel for that. And I'm going to use really slow nights in the NHL. So if there's 3, 2, 1 game in the National Hockey League, anywhere between 1 to 3 games in the NHL on any given night, then I feel like, that's a night where if there's an Abbotsford game, I can go and I can tell you guys how it went and talk about some of the AHL players I saw, just for a little bit of a different perspective. But, anyways, thank you guys so much for all your support, as always. And I'll have all this packed up. We'll be good to go in the morning. And don't be surprised tomorrow evening when videos start going live on the channel, which are live, well, as close to live as I get, where I've recorded it that day. So there's 4 videos in total for today that go live. There's 4 videos tomorrow that go live that I pre-recorded. I wanted to make sure that I had a full slate of videos for tomorrow, just in case there was some delay with us getting home, just in case anything happens, that there's a full slate of videos, so I don't feel like, there's no videos going live that day and I feel rushed to get home. So, at any rate, again, thank you guys so much for all your support. It's been great. People I met down here in Anaheim. We will be back. I know we will be back. Will we end up going back to Disney? Probably, because again, it's an enjoyable vacation. I love Marvel stuff, most of it, and again, on the Entertainment Guy, I talk about that. Star Wars, a lot of it, but I talk about that in the Entertainment Guy as well. And Yvonne's favorite movies ever, almost all Disney movies. She's like a little kid, and it's great. And that feeling, it's infectious. It's really great to see her truly, truly happy. And she's been truly, truly happy while we've been here, as she was in Las Vegas before that. So maybe the Vegas Anaheim trip. Maybe we try it again. Maybe we try it a little bit shorter next time. Maybe one less day in Disney. I don't know. At any rate, I will talk to you guys again soon. I have to finish packing all my stuff here. But yeah, at least packing what I'm not going to wear. And usually when I pack early, it means that a few hours later, I'm like, oh crap, I meant to wear that. And then I have to dig through stuff. So I have to make sure I don't do that this time. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.